He's going to go for this Beastmaster. I don't see him not missing it. I don't see him missing it at this point. If he does, I'd laugh. But there we go. Yeah, he goes that. So he's got 3 and 2. I mean, the hero right click, especially once your opponent loses his TP, which he did from over-aggression, is really all you can do to delay this rush. I mean, basically, what you're going to do in any given situation, you know, if your opponent's doing a fast tier 2 tower, like right at the second hero before Sorks come out, all you're going to do is hex focus his hero. If he does it once his first Sork comes out, then you hex focus the Sork. And then you go for the priest, you know, whatever else comes out next. You get rid of his casters. Because then if all he has are footmen and heroes, you can win with just grunts and heroes, but without too much trouble. And Spirit Link and Ensnare once that comes up. But, you know, by, you know, basically fighting before casters, again, you go for heroes. So again, I'm going to reiterate, if there's 1 or 2 casters, you go for the casters. If there's no casters, you go for the heroes. If there's a lot of casters, well, it's mid-game, and different shit happens. So, you notice he's 3 and 2, he's going for that farm in the middle. He knows, however, that his opponent's got his heroes back. He knows that his army is going to be better than his opponent's, so he's just going to set up these towers as a defensive measure. If he built them farther forward, they would just die a lot quicker. As it stands, they're probably still going to die, but they keep the towers from going up in range of his stronghold, basically. So he's now able to set up his Spirit Lodge, so he doesn't have Dispel or Link yet, because he's obviously still building a Spirit Lodge. But he's going to just keep getting Grunts and Raiders for now. Grunts are pretty useless because he knows his opponent's going double Sanctum. So like I said, yeah, the Grunts are useless. So he's not going to make any more. He's going to keep making Raiders once he has the money for it, which I believe is now. Hey, look, he's making a Raider. So, does not have the money for upgrades yet. I'm not sure if he got Pillage. I kind of doubt he did. But he's running over it, and he's going to play... there's a Beastmaster with a Hawk. That's no fun. But, my Blade Master has mana. He knows his opponent doesn't have Stormbolt. He knows his opponent doesn't have an Arcane Tower. And he does not have Pillage. That's unfortunate. But he's, you know, focusing on the Sanctum with Raiders, which is always fun. His Blade Master is going to do as much damage as possible, chops down another peasant, and he knows again that he has mana for Windwalk. His opponent doesn't have Bolt. He can get out from any situation he wants to get out from. And there's an Ensnare and a Priest. He's going to finish the Sanctum off and then run away. Yeah, I don't think he's not going to kill the Sork. He's going to have to Windwalk. He's visible from the Hawk. He might actually have to TP. 100 HP, and nah, he's fine. He runs at average. Windwalk giving him 30% bonus, I believe. No, 40% bonus, I believe. And Slow dropping 60 away, so just running away as best he can. He might get... Yeah, he gets reslowed once more. He's going to have to keep chain healing that, but he's probably going to get away. He goes and runs towards the Goblin Merchant. He's going to pick up, I believe, the other heal scroll, and maybe a staff. He gets the heal scroll, gets a staff, and he staffs out. He might get the Invul Pot when it comes up. No, he does not. Okay, he's back in the base. He should probably sell the staff at this point. Actually, he keeps it, though. I don't know, I kind of would prefer to have the 75 gold that comes out of it, but, you know, whatever. He's getting his first Spirit Walker. He's getting another Raider pretty soon. Grabs Salves. Now, I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't assume his opponent's going to push. I guess he might have seen before he ported out that his opponent was waking up the creeps there. I'm not certain. I've forgotten, I guess. But he's going to go for basically what every orc loves, the level 3 Shadow Hunter. So he comes in, he does a little bit of damage to this Troll Warlord, getting rid of it really quickly. Boots of Quoth Lost plus 6, by the way, nice item. But here's why he keeps the staff, actually. Again, there's no Mountain King. And when there's no Mountain King, there's no Stormbolt, there's no Bash, there's no stun whatsoever that can target heroes in the human army, with the exception of a Mountain King. Period. So the Shadow Hunter has a bunch of salves. He's going to finish off this creep camp and get himself level 3. He's going to salve himself up and anything that's really low. He might go for one of the Raiders, but it doesn't seem like he really needs it. But again, 3 SH, and by the way, Blade Master with plus 11 agility and a Staff of Teleportation, kind of a bitch. You know, kind of annoying to fight against, not gonna lie. So, you know, he's just queuing up Spirit Walkers. He realizes that he doesn't need any more Raiders, he just needs 3 Walkers. So even though he could build a Raider right now, he just queues up the 2 of them. He's getting some upgrades. He's getting the armor upgrade. He might have the attack already. He does not. He's going armor first. So he TPs that SH, and I believe he was trying to Windwalk his Blade Master as soon as it had staffed in, but he mistimed it, and is now just going to have to Windwalk in the hard way, which takes a grand total of 5 seconds. So he's got his other Walker out now, And notice he goes right away for the Archmage. He's windwalked, he's ensnaring, he's going to keep casting ensnare because he has at least 3 of them. And there's the Invul Pot, and that's going to break his focus, which is going to be very difficult. So you notice, hey, wait, my opponent has an invulnerable hero. Guess what? Don't care. Invul ends, you've got the surround on your Archmage, you're going to lose that. If he hexes it, he'll kill it, and he realizes that, so he just TPs that out right away. And the army goes away, and he can kill these towers off in peace. My theory, and Malin's as well, I would assume, is that there's no way in hell he is going to be able to kill his army sufficiently to then kill the towers before the towers all got up. Because in most cases, the human's going to be at your base and putting down those 3 ivory towers. After that comes everyone's fun point of the towers are upgrading, and they'll be there in 1 minute. So 1 minute later, you're going to be basically losing the game. The only way to get rid of that is to force your opponent to portal out, or to get rid of his main sources of DPS, which in either case are right-click the Archmage and then the Beastmaster. And so even though we had a healing potion, and an Invul Pot, and a freaking scroll of healing, now all you humans can go ahead and whine imbalance if you want to. You're the ones with the cheesy towers, so screw you. But my main point really is that, you know, it might be imbalanced, but the only way you're really going to survive this kind of thing is simply by right-clicking the Archmage away. So again, he's got a healing potion and an Invul Pot, and ultimately, now he realizes, well, that kind of sucks, because my army's like slowed, and it's like injured and stuff. You know what I can do? I can just go ahead and, since I'm building my expansion already, I can just say, screw it, I'm going to go after your peasants. Because he sees, for one point, that the Archmage does not have a TP, and because he's got a lot of raiders, he can just walk in there, finish off all the militia and peasants, and then right-click the keep and just, you know, play Hall Smash. Now, obviously, the orcs can Hall Smash much more quickly than human can because of raiders, but, you know, humans can burrow smash, so that's not really very fun. Now, unfortunately, the human has found his expansion, which makes, you know, base trading much less easy, but he staffs the blade over. He's going to chop down these footmen now, keep the Great Hall in as good a shape as he can. He doesn't have a TP either, which I think weighed into that choice as well. That peon is slowed, and by the way, Rainbow did not kill that peon, which, oddly enough, loses him the game, which I find extremely hilarious. And actually, he's walking more peons over now, but he's going to kill that one as well. So, just for what it's worth, spoiler alert, that peon wins Lin the game. So, notice what he's doing now is actually really, really smart, is he's just trying to split up the human as best he can to chop down as many units as possible. You know, okay, yeah, he's losing burrows, yeah, there's sorks, yada, yada, yada. Blade Master, right-click, ho. And he attacks at fast, even while slowed. Huh, funny that. But the Beastmaster and the Spellbreakers come in, and the Hawk is following the blade, which is never fun. But he windwalks and he gets out, and the rest of the human base is dying, and indeed he has pillage. So peon checks. He's gonna see if he has an expansion or not. He's like, I see creeps. Okay. And he was just a few short seconds from screwing that up, so, you know, losing that peon kinda would've sucked. So, yeah, Orc's losing his base, whatever. He's just doing as much damage right now to the human as he can. Chops down the farm, peon's still running over. Now he's on a little bit of borrowed time because he knows, you know, he only has these 5 buildings left, but he's like, I'm close enough to the gold mine that I can build this great hall and not lose my buildings in the process. I think I'll be okay. So, chops down the lumber mill, kills the arcane sanctum. Now, by the way, just so you know, if you pillage a building that doesn't cost any lumber, you still get lumber from it. It's pretty cool. So, whatever that's worth. So he's just picking up as many items as he can at this point from his blade, because, well, there's nothing else to spend gold on. He kind of doesn't have anything to build. So, whatever. Losing the remainder of these buildings here, and he's like, hey look, guard towers without masonry. Well, that sucks. You probably should have built masonry, shouldn't you, human player? Too bad that you're terrible. He's 300 gold, didn't get masonry. Congrats on that. I mean, like, the lumber mill was there for like 8 years. Like, he clearly could have gotten masonry. Like, he's clearly playing base race. He's obviously not going to be able to salvage his main. Why not, you know, get a research? Idiot. Oh well. SH hits 4. Healing thing is pretty nice. I'm not really sure exactly why he's creeping. I kind of would just play, hey, let's defend the Great Hall. But, so this is kind of risky, to be honest.